Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time. Well, I'm happy to say that I'm trying to get back into doing podcasts. I've streamlined a few different things, and now I think I'm just going to focus on I can't shut up unless you tell me to. But, that being said, I do want to talk about something fairly interesting today. I want to talk about the upcoming Pokemon remakes, and maybe I'll talk about Arceus a little bit later, but at the end of the day, whether or not Arceus is a flop is irrelevant to me, given that these remakes are going to be kind of, I think, close to, if not everything I really wanted. I was talking with Mr. Anthony Lopez, SolarSonic21, and we were talking about the fact that there's going to be some platinum elements, and but it seems to be a 1-to-1 remake. Gripes of the, art style aside, I have to say that I'm quite excited for the games. I'm happy that they're bringing base building back, but aside from the only contention I have with the entire game is to what degree is base building going to return. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'm excited nonetheless. Anyways, it seems to me that the art, the gameplay, and everything else looks like it's going to be a ton of fun, and I love the new and revamped contest shows. They're certainly much, a far cry from the Ruby and Sapphire contests that we know. And the Sinnoh contests certainly were more dynamic, and I look forward to seeing what they're going to do with that. I hope they bring back something like the Pokewalk Park, and most importantly, I hope they bring back the fight, survival, and resort areas, that second continent, as well as a battle frontier. I hope those are included for a myriad of different reasons, but I look forward to seeing what they'll eventually do with them. Finally, I have to say that this new studio that's taking care of the Pokemon games, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo is looking at these two, is looking at this new developer studio and looking at it from the perspective of like, hey, we are respecting Pokemon in a way that Game Freak hasn't in a long time. What if, if these remakes do very, very well, which they are probably going to do, and even more, if they do better than Arceus does, and certainly with the critical reception, there's a very valid possibility Game Freak may lose the right to develop Pokemon, which is a sad prospect, but absolutely something I'm not particularly opposed to. I think Masuda and the rest of them are, legends in their own right, but I think Game Freak, it has great artists, it just doesn't have great developers, but I've already talked at length on that topic. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are releasing, I believe, the 19th of November, and I look forward to picking that up as an early birthday present to myself. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to I Can't Shut Up Unless You Tell Me To, and thanks to Game Chomps for the fantastic background music. We'll see you guys next time.